See, that's why I like having two microphones. But there are too many issues associated with that right now.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Nub Podcast. I'm the Murse.
This is Felton. Oh!
And we're going to talk about nerdy things, believe it or not. First off, I've been kind of lax on this because we've actually had like a couple quote-unquote special episodes where we had like the interview with my dad from the Haunted History Tour, and then we had the girl gamers on to talk to them about being nerds and the...
Girl gamers?
Yeah, being girl nerds in general. So let me just throw this out there. I got another 3 must-read comics list here. All three of these actually this time are Jeff Johns because he's one of my favorite writers, and honestly, if you're going to get into comic books, if you're going to just start into comic books, Jeff Johns is really where you should start. So the first one by Jeff Johns, there's actually going to be two of them on here from The Flash. The first one from Jeff Johns is actually Flash Blood Will Run. It's basically Flash is gone to Iron Heights to deal with an outbreak there, and it's basically some of his worst rogues that are kind of cutting loose in there.
That's his Arkham, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where they put everybody in plexiglass boxes. And...
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one is Flashpoint, which was the event that led up to the New 52, which they've just kind of changed over. What?
That's a funny name. Flashpoint. Watch, there's flashpoints at things.
That's all it is. Hey, you actually figured out the whole basis.
Do you see this over here? Hey, what about that there?
So Flashpoint cool. And all of Flashpoint's little other sections. And then Green Lantern, the Secret Origins series that he did, where it was like the Secret Origins of Green Lantern, the Secret Origins of Sinestro, that kind of stuff. What?
I don't know, that just sounds like something else is going to be happening.
So those are your 3 must-reads this time. Alright, so one of the things that we got to talk about is how well the Haunted History Tour went.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. Felton dressed as Beetlejuice the whole time. So
Yep.
if you went out, well, not the whole time, I apologize. You actually, you were Indiana Jones one night, but
yeah.
for the most part, you were Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I had to put it to rest that night because of grease paint issues.
Yes.
And I upgraded.
You took my advice and you actually went and bought the real stuff, the real deal. You actually went to Ulta, was it?
No. I went to Marone.
Marone, okay.
I think is the name of the company, and they have this fantastic clown white face paint.
Clown white?
I got the white.
So for all of you out there doing this whole weird clown thing where you're kind of chasing people through the streets.
You suck!
No, yeah. Well, you got to get your makeup game on point is what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Get your
makeup game
on.
They're just using these rubber masks. Mm-hmm. They're not even putting any effort into it. I watched YouTube tutorials online. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do. I do that all the time. I watch YouTube tutorials for absolutely anything. Like for cooking, for,
cleaning, how to pay your bills, how to pay mortgage.
How to tie my shoes.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think it went fantastic. Oh my god. We actually had Felton become a tour guide, which is basically the person that like brings people through the Haunted History Tour and kind of points things out. And he did it the entire time as Beetlejuice, with the whole Beetlejuice comments, the whole Beetlejuice voice. You want to lay a little Beetlejuice on us real quick? And
I don't know what you're talking about, Chuck. Old man apparently dog likes it, so I'll just keep doing it. I'll do the whole episode like it if you want. It'll be pretty good, man.
I don't know. Now you kind of sound like kind of Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, it takes me like a good half. Well, driving there, I actually just like
sit there talking to yourself.
Talk to myself, and I get the right voice in. So it's a bit of a process.
Nice.
Got to get in the right theatrical mood.
So anything going on out there in the nerd world that you want to discuss right now?
I had a couple notes,
okay.
A couple funny points that I wanted to talk about, but it's all kind of dated information now, but I think it's important.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy dropped a teaser trailer
yes.
a couple weeks back.
Yes,
Looks pretty interesting.
And the worst part is I've not even been able to see it. I've been so busy with this whole Haunted History Tour and everything. So.
Well, hey, by the way, it's really cool.
How was it?
It's good. It just kind of sets the tone a little bit.
Okay.
Your actually, I do like the extended clips that they offer. They'll like show a whole scene instead of just random clips with the classic narrator.
Watch as the Guardians of the Galaxy guard the galaxy
in a world
where there's no Guardian Galaxy or Galleon, whatever.
In a galaxy where there's no world, and it needs guardians.
So, Deadpool 2 has had a a lot of I don't know if we'd call it controversy because it's not really controversy. I know, not really a lot of controversy, but
I see they're gonna have Domino in the next one.
Yes, some of the considerations I have them written down here, and I'll do my best to pronounce them. All right, Sienna Miller, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Sophia Boutella,
well, I like her,
Stephanie Sigmund, and Sylvia Hoax.
No idea.
Yeah. So
sounds like a trick though.
Yeah, I'm really big on Mary Elizabeth. I like her.
Do you?
Yeah, she was good. She was in Scott Pilgrim, right?
Oh yes, that's right. Love that movie.
Yep.
And they still haven't picked a cable yet either, so that's still up in the air.
I thought they were talking about that one dude from the Pandora movie.
They've been talking about a couple people. Yes.
Stop.
Yeah, they've been talking about a couple people. All right, so I forgot what we were talking about actually with the whole dog incident. We just actually had a dog-related incident, like the old days.
DRI.
DRI.
I think we're talking about Deadpool 2.
Yes, and we're talking about who's going to be playing Domino, and then we're talking about Cable. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and you were saying the guy that was in
He was the bad guy with the scar face.
In Avatar.
And Pandora movie.
Yeah.
I call it Pandora movie.
They're talking about him. They're talking about Dolph Lundgren. They're talking about a few people for Cable as well. So it's still up in the air. I think no matter what, it's probably still gonna be a pretty damn good movie. That first movie was unbelievable.
I like Dolph Lundgren.
I do. I love Dolph Lundgren, especially
the original Punisher movie.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. I love it.
It's such a cornball awesome movie.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to both those movies. So this Friday.
Fantastic Beasts? No. The Amazing Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah. But before we get off of Deadpool 2.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just read this. So is it Tim Miller, right? The director?
Okay. Yes.
No longer on the bill.
Okay.
He is going to serve as an executive producer on an in-development Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh my God. Please tell me it's live action. And they're just going to hire a bunch of furries.
I have no idea. As of yet, there's still no details on what the story will be. It's described as an adaptation of Sonic.
You know, the story will be?
The Hollywood Reporter says.
The story will be flipping amazing, is what it'll be.
It's going to be a really good blue speed mouse movie.
Imagine if they go really dark with it, right? So instead of so you know how in the game
Gritty
you would hit
Sonic.
the robots and then like the little animals would pop out of them, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if they were like taking humans and they were like ripping them open and putting these animals inside them, and now Sonic has to like save these poor animals from inside these humans, so he has to bust open the humans to get the. No, is this too dark?
That just sounds that there's going to be a lot of logistics behind that. Then he's not Dr. Robotnik anymore.
You don't want to piss off PETA, is what I'm getting at. So.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying he's not Dr. Robotnik anymore. Then he's Dr. Put small animals into humans so they can control it and be mind controlled. I don't know.
Stein. You have to put Stein at least.
Dr. Robotnik Stein.
There you go. I don't know. I just
think that's fantastic. That is the ultimate That's got to be a joke. It's got to be some type of in joke, or I've no idea, because that's such a leap. What about Sonic? Did he go, this Deadpool 2, I don't think this is going to make any money.
I don't think it's going to make any money. It's obviously
Sonic the Hedgehog. Let me tell you.
Based on that first Deadpool movie, I'm pretty sure this is going nowhere.
I read some Sonic fan fiction, and let me tell you, I'm hooked.
This is where it's at.
The pink one and the red one really need to get it on in this movie. I don't even remember. Knuckles.
Well, you say he's going to be the executive producer of it?
Yeah.
He needs to hire a Tarantino to try to, and make it just real uncomfortable.
Sonic is where ideas go to die. There has not been a quality, and I know there are people who were but Sonic Adventures or whatever the fuck it was the greatest game ever played. And it's no.
Only if you played it on the Dreamcast and you got the little memory stick, the little memory thing that you could actually play with the little creatures that you were raising in that game that you would race. It was like a Tamagotchi thing.
I have no idea.
No? Oh my God, that was amazing.
I wasn't into that at all.
That was amazing.
Nothing about that tickled my fancy. Well, I'm not into Sonic fan fiction, so.
Well, this wasn't Sonic fan fiction. It's not like, oh, well, let me get these two Sonic
I know it's not
characters to
mutually
do it.
exclusive, but I mean, it's just like that's automatically what I associate it with.
Yeah.
That if you like Sonic, then you're into the whole meta of it, and you like the fan fiction, and you draw the pictures on DeviantArt, and I don't know, for some reason that's the stereotype in my head.
Okay.
I know I'm an asshole for it, but
I just like that every time we do this podcast, it seems like I find one more thing that, that you are extremely passionate about hating.
you gotta hate things, you know?
You gotta hate things passionately, though, vehemently. Like, don't just hate them a little
Man,
bit.
you know that...
You don't half-ass your hate. You have to do, like, either fully hate it or don't hate it.
I
There's
guess-
no in-between.
I guess I'm looking back at my life, and I'm just have a series of things I passionately hate and nothing I truly love. Wow.
Yeah.
Back to Sadcast, where we talk about our...
At least it's not the
problem.
medical cast again.
Yeah, oh my God.
All right,
so how was...
Stop it. We're not doing that again. So, anyways, so yeah, I really... I'm going to go see it this Friday, I think, during the day. You
Yes.
know? Go to a matinee. Do you work Friday?
No.
Oh, well, let's go together.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's go together. We'll
Can-
go get
we
some
can bring my
lunch,
computer.
get a little nosh. Yeah, I'll just record it on my phone, so it'll be extra. Because we already have quality issues as it is. So I'll record it. I'll record our reaction to it on my phone.
We'll
and then
record
play-
from both
we'll
our
play it-
phones.
Yes, and then we'll play it over the microphone here.
Mm.
So it'll be a crappy recording from our phone to the microphone. We'll make sure the dogs are barking the entire time, and
Yes.
I think it'll probably be the best podcast we've ever produced.
I think our quality issues are going up every single time.
Well, honestly, I like what you've done with the quote unquote studio here. I'm going to describe it for you guys. Have you ever been backstage at a strip club before? Because that's what it seems like. We've got a rack of costumes because Felton is a big cosplayer. So I got a rack of costumes that has half separating the room here, and then a silver, and I mind you, beautifully silver curtain. That is
This used to be the curtain that was actually on the front window.
okay. But this curtain is also helping to separate the room. It's for noise issues, I think. But I honestly feel like I'm backstage getting ready to go out and do my set on the stage of a strip club.
Well, you know why, though, right?
Coming to the stage, it's Chocolate Vanilla Thunder.
I actually think if I applied for some type of reimbursement,
Mm-hmm.
I could get these two racks and the curtain repaid to me as like a medical
Okay.
reimbursement
I like that.
because of your issue. You have deep voice syndrome.
I do have deep voice syndrome.
And you echo off the damn walls. And no matter what I do, I can't get rid of it.
And I'm really low on the microphone too, which makes no sense at all.
I gotta put. I know what it is. I gotta
The
put
microphone
bass
is
straps
actually
up.
closer to my face right now than it is his, and yet you can hear Felton beautifully, and I sound like I'm 2 rooms over.
Yeah, I gotta put bass traps up in the room.
I think Ace of
Ace of bass?
Bass?
Ace of bass.
So,
Ace.
anyways.
Ow.
So you and I are going to go on a date then on Friday to go
Yep,
see
I guess so.
Doctor Strange, and we'll tell our opinions on it here. So there's that coming out. There's still the Fantastic Beasts movie, which I'm excited about.
When is that coming out?
I don't know, and I'm not gonna say that I know and then get torn apart here.
Didn't they push it back? I thought there was something about, I'm gonna push back.
I don't know. Honestly, with the Haunted History Tour, I've been so
Yeah.
caught up with that. I have no idea what's been like. I feel like I'm finally back in the real world again. Like I get to see the light again of day, and it's fantastic. So
See, with all the makeup, all the prep and anything, I haven't even I don't even remember work this week.
oh yeah,
Just because
just been
that was so far outside of the realm of what I
Yes.
normally do that my brain has completely trashed all of the regular stuff I've done.
well, you and your girlfriend were fantastic. I mean, it was just great having you guys there. And then I said like the tour guide thing, it was cracking me up because I normally get a ton of requests for people to be their tour guide because I'm funny and I'm goofy and stuff like that. There were people that were requesting you like crazy there. I cannot wait. I really want you back next year. Just do Beetlejuice as the tour guide. I just thought I want to actually go through. I wanted to go through with you as my tour guide, and it just didn't get a chance with everything that was going on. But man,
Well, I was
it
telling
great.
you, I just after about my second or third one, I started to just really ham it up, and
Yes.
I started playing it off as if if Beetlejuice is here, he'd probably be trying to steal everything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I did it, because it's set up for that. Like,
the actors were telling me, they were like, he was killing me. Like, it was so hard to keep a straight face. Like, he was absolutely killing me. Everybody loved you. It was great.
I had a freaking great time.
I cannot wait till next year to have you back on there again.
Oh, so okay. Incorporating Stranger Things.
Oh, back to Stranger Things, yes.
Okay. So, the photo op area.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, man, that backdrop is, it's beautiful. It's a great backdrop, right?
Yes.
But I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to, like, set up just a slice, you know, just like this wall, right? And get a piece of, you know, like that stretchy spandex material.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Stretch it across, put up Christmas lights, recreate the, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G with all the lights on it, right? And then set like a couch or, you know, something in front of it just so it looks like the cross section.
Now, would this be like for after they were done going through the haunted history tour?
Yeah, and they could get photos.
Their picture taken.
Yeah, and then somebody would be behind it, and when they go to take the picture,
well, every year
the fingers come out. And
every year that area where we take pictures is different. That's one of our things. So that would be good. Like maybe next year to do that, especially if Stranger Things the next season comes out or something like that. You know, it would be like kind of popular then. Again, that would be kind of cool. Like we can definitely work on building something like that up. I think that would be interesting.
Just have no idea how to make convincing wall stretch.
Well, luckily for you, I think we have about a year before we really have to worry about it. So
350 days.
We can go back to the YouTube thing.
How to make it look like monsters are crawling out of your walls. Practical effects by Jim Henson.
That's great. But yeah, no, I had a blast. This haunted history tour. I mean, I think I was telling you, or maybe I was telling somebody else about how I'm getting to the point where I've been doing it for so long. I feel like I'm missing out a lot when it comes to Halloween because I do this and I'm so stuck on this that I don't get to really take my son trick or treating or you know really have time to watch a lot of the horror flicks and stuff. So having fresh blood, a new group of people in there that really are enjoying what they're doing and bringing a new light to it, like a new feel to it, always makes it so much better for me. So that was just fantastic. I really thank you for that. I really thank your girlfriend for that. I mean, everything was great. Joe's girlfriend, Elise, who was on the podcast 2 podcasts ago now.
Yes.
She was also there. She was doing every day. It was almost a different costume, and it was always something.
Oh, she's into
when she was your Liddy. Holy crap, that was amazing.
Yeah,
amazing. Liddy, the girl from Beetlejuice. Lydia, yeah, but they called her Liddy or Lids, right?
Yeah. Well, in the cartoon, I think he called her Lids.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever called her that in the movie.
Well, I watched the cartoon a lot.
I love the cartoon.
Yeah,
that's partially why I was so like, oh man, I got to do Beetlejuice.
My father actually wants to build you the Beetlejuice hat thing where it's like where it spins around and the arms. He can do it. Is the scary part. He could actually do it. Like,
I have no doubt.
So he's really interested. That's the toy that he gave you. My father gave Felton an old Beetlejuice toy, the one where his head kind of extends up and it's got like the merry-go-round hat on. You know,
his hands roll out and turns into
so
my
dad really enjoyed having you there. So besides kissing Felton's ass the entire podcast, so
you know the another thing too, and
back to kissing your ass.
Back to kissing my ass. I woke up today. And my throat was completely shot.
No.
This has been like, a solid 3 or 4 days of doing that voice.
Yeah.
I'm a horse from doing it. Because I did not get out of character.
Oh, no.
The whole time.
No, he really didn't. Like, the entire time he was in character. It was amazing.
Oh, it was a cathartic weekend.
But it was a good time, though, right? You had a good time, right?
Yeah.
We all had a blast. So what else is going on in the world of nerddom?
Well, and this might be old news.
Probably is.
But oh, you agree? All right. We do have the Sexy Nerd Project going on.
What project?
The Sexy Nerd Project.
Okay.
So basically, what this photographer has done, okay, is they started this thing where they, gender swap.
Okay.
All of the, I don't know if you can see, but like they've taken all of the sexy poses that the women normally do.
And they're doing
sexy
it as guys,
Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
I get it, though,
Attack on Titan. And they're just producing this thing, right? which I think is okay. This is Power Girl. I don't know.
So basically, I see what you're saying. So basically, what they're doing is they're taking sexy men instead of sexy women, and having them do the sexy costumes and such. So, like, say you would see, let's go to Power Girl. Like, say you would see Power Girl in her outfit, and she's got her bosoms puffed out, or maybe she's in like a damaged costume, so like half her costume's ripped, so you can almost see her nipples, that kind of thing. So instead of doing that, they've taken the males, and they've got males in these like tiny little jock straps, no shirt on,
asymmetrical cape.
Yeah. All right. I mean, honestly, like, I think it's especially, is it raising money? Because I think that's a great thing if that's the case,
think...
Well, we'll have to look it up. The website is...
I think it's just, honestly,
if you just type in sexy nerd project, it'll come up on the internets, on the Googles. But,
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think stuff like that's funny because they're kind of attacking social norms.
And I love that.
Yeah. And my whole point in bringing it up is I still feel like and it's kind of been taken aback a little bit, like their companies and writers and whatnot, art directors are kind of being a little more self-aware with this stuff.
Absolutely. Well, we've been talking about this now. I think we've been bringing this up almost every podcast. It seems like
it's very prevalent.
The over-sexualization of nerdom, which stems from the past when the nerdy things were overly sexualized, for the simple fact that it was a male-driven community, basically.
Yeah.
So
men had to have that power fantasy.
Yeah.
Kind of like Adam Sandler.
Okay, you have to explain that one.
Adam Sandler, every single one of his movies is a just blatant power fantasy. Look at Pixels. Okay. How does the movie start off? He is a cable repairman.
Okay. Who
is friends with the president. Mm-hmm. Kevin James,
yes,
President of the United States. Yeah. He's just friends with. He can just stroll in the White House, and he possesses skills from playing old video games, which gives him the ability to save the world.
Okay.
Power fantasy.
Okay, I can see that. I was thinking more like slacker fantasies, but okay.
Slacker fantasies, but ultimately it's a power fantasy. And look at every single movie that he's done. Look at Friends. Mm-hmm. What is he in that movie?
I thought Friends was a TV show.
Or Adults? What the hell was the name of that movie?
Okay, yeah.
Adult Friends, what the hell was it called?
I don't know. I'm still stuck on Friends.
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
Be there.
What do you get out from behind there? Stop. All right, it's being bad. But yeah, in that movie, he's some wealthy director. Grown-ups, yeah. Wealthy director married to Selma Hayek, and look at how much money he has, and. I mean, every single one of his movies now, since he started writing and directing this stuff.
Do we find another thing or person that you don't like?
I hate Adam Sandler.
Oh my god!
I love old Adam Sandler.
I love old Adam Sandler
but as I've gotten older,
they're all gonna laugh at you. Come on.
Yeah, he's laughing at us.
Yeah, it's
Filthy
true.
Frank made a hilarious video about this, and that's largely where I came to that realization.
Yeah,
and he made a point where it's like. Adam Sandler, we're all paying money to watch movies like Jack and Jill, but ultimately the joke isn't in the movie because it's not funny. Yeah. The joke is on us because he got our money.
Yeah,
like that's the joke in the end. He's so meta that the joke has now just become people still pay to watch his movies.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense because I was thinking to myself like, how is it that somebody who's made such great movies as like 50 First Dates and Happy Gilmore. Is making crappy movies like
Jack and Jill.
And he still stands behind that and thinks it's okay. But now, when you say that, it's actually like, wow, that really is...
People just didn't get it.
That could be a real thing. They
just didn't get Jack and Jill.
Maybe he really is... No, maybe he really is that meta. He's like, this is the joke. Like, the joke is, I'm going to put out a shitty movie. He's going to have to
prove, like, with time, date, stamped, and witnessed, notarized shit, that some type of letter that he's drafted, beforehand, to say, hey, listen, this I totally Andy Kaufman'd you.
Yeah.
All these movies I made were purposefully shit.
Yeah.
This was the joke, and then I would love him. That would make sense
because he's made some really crappy movies lately, and I've been like, what is going on? Like, I just thought maybe, I don't know, maybe he was just falling off.
You know what happened? I think it was Judd Apatow.
Uh-huh.
I directed several of his movies.
Okay.
And then when he kind of branched off on his own and said, hey, I can do this, they started to turn to shit.
That could be too. But I don't know. Like, that's a very interesting point, though. I like that. man, I might have to like go dark web on that.
Maybe
one.
he's a genius.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like maybe he is like an Andy. Maybe he is giving us the Andy Kaufman. Like we're getting the old man in the moon thing. You know?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
If you believe it.
Mm-hmm. So real quick, because it's coming up this Saturday.
Oh shit.
There is an event called Extra Life. I don't know if have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, it's basically where it's like a marathon. Okay, people will be playing video games, board games, whatever, for 24 hours straight.
That sounds amazing.
And what is they have people that will donate to them to play the video games so that the money can go to, I believe it's the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Okay, and it's a really big event. I know I haven't talked to him yet, but usually at Get Your Fun On, Mark over there usually gets involved in that. There's a lot of people that get involved in that. So I'm just saying, for anybody that's listening to our show, it would be awesome if you would go to their website, the Extra Life website, and donate whatever you can to whoever you want. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't care who you donate it to, but just to kind of help with such a great idea. One of the cosplay girls that I follow on Instagram, her name is Sarah Bellum Cosplay. So it's Sarah, Sarah Bellum Bellum Cosplay. She's a plus size cosplay model. She is going to be doing she's going to be participating in it. So if you want to donate to her or anybody that you want, that's on there, it would be fantastic.
Donate to me. I'm gonna do it.
You gonna do it?
I don't know. I gotta look at the time
and
figure out if it's possible. Because this is short notice
next
now.
year. Well, yeah. So I'm saying next year I'd actually like us to get together and maybe at my place or somewhere do a 24-hour board game event. And
hey, what was that one that you played that took like all day that you hated?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
One.
We could do Twilight Imperium, yeah.
Or we could play like 3 games of Settlers of Catan at once. I heard that's complex.
We're not playing Settlers of Catan. Like I don't like I like the game, but I'm not gonna sit there and play sarcastically.
That's all because of that one stupid video I watched.
But yeah, if you could go and donate to whoever you want in this, I mean it's a really good charity. It's a really good organization.
How do you find out when does it start?
What time does it start?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're on the website.
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
We'll look it up after that. We're doing the podcast still.
Well, I know, but now I'm like, the clock's a ticking now.
I gotta get on this.
I gotta get on this shit.
Well, if you do it, I'll donate to you.
All right. I'll get at least like $5. Oh,
all right.
Sweet.
Oh, wait. $5. Oh, you got
$1.
Oh, okay. So you get 4 of the friends?
50 cents.
So anyways, yeah, so that's going on. I like that kind of stuff, though. That's the reason we do the Haunt History Tour. The Haunt History Tour is a completely non-for-profit organization where we raise money that goes to charities. I love doing charitable things, and especially when it can be involved in the nerdy things that I like. Oh my gosh, it's so much better. So yeah, check that out if you will. Donate what you want, that kind of thing. It's a sad day today. It's a sad day for me.
What did I miss?
Tomorrow, I bring my brother's girlfriend to the airport so she can go back to California. It has been a fantastic week hanging out with her. She has been just great, just awesome. We board gamed. We went to the beach. She participated in the Haunt History Tour. We've just been having a blast. I've been drinking a lot more than I normally do. I'm afraid that by the time she leaves, I'm going to be a borderline alcoholic or full blown, either way. But other than that, it's been fantastic. So.
I think Elise and her hit it off. I think they became BFFs.
I thought you said Elise and you hit it off. I'm like,
no.
Well, I hope so. That's your girlfriend.
Live together.
Finally, things are coming together.
Oh man, it's been so many years. No, I think they hit it
she's
off. The
kind of personality where it's like, it's really easy to become friends with her. She's a cool kind of person. So, that wouldn't surprise me at all if they became friends. So now you guys can be long distance, pen pals and stuff. And write letters to each other.
Today I henceforth went into town and I realized henceforth wasn't the appropriate word to use there. However, it sounded fanciful, therefore I just owned it.
It's like that It's like that text message you sent me where I could have sworn you were going to start talking in Old English. So I was like, ye verily?
yeah, that voice to text really does a great job.
Yeah, I can't do it because I mumble too much.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have noticed listening to the podcast, but I mumble a lot. So it'll come out like I'll be like, hey, let's go to the store. And it's like, hey, I just bought fish heads.
What?
Exactly. Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, well, I'll send that. That's just as good.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah.
What? Oh, we actually, me and my brother's girlfriend got tattoos together too. I got myself a nice little Deathly Hallows.
Oh, that's right. I didn't get to see
tattoo.
that.
Oh, you didn't get to see it yet? There.
No, there you go.
Alex, I was covered up for the the Haunted Store. Now I'm in my provocative wear, so you can actually see it. So
I really don't know why you show up at my house wearing a jockstrap, but that's
because driving naked is illegal, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So anything else in the nerddom that we should talk about?
Well, I haven't
the nerdosphere.
The nerdosphere. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yes.
It's 7:00 today.
Yes.
Okay. I've been busy. I've been running around.
Yep.
Okay.
Same here.
And I've just kind of been purposefully keeping away from the Blizzard launcher.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to feel that disappointment if I click on it and I don't see a goddamn update. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my
seriously,
shit.
Like, why do we not have Sombra yet? Well, again, I haven't been on yet, so I don't know. Maybe we do have Sombra.
Well, apparently I've been watching because I've got my thumb on the pulse of YouTubes.
Mm-hmm. YouTubes.
I've been watching a lot of the investigative reporters into the Sombra ARG.
I love the fact. Hold on a second. This is what I love about YouTube. I love the fact that there is something like that, basically. There's the investigative reporter as to what's going on into the things that you're into. And it can be anything. It could be like the new Tupperware launch is coming on. You've got
or how Katy Perry is actually John Benet Ramsey.
Exactly. Like, oh my God, that makes sense.
Makes sense now. Have you not seen that video?
No, I'm going to have to now.
It is one of the most ridiculous, and it's all serious. This guy is in earnest, right? He's absolutely. I mean, I feel bad for the guy because you listen to him for 2 seconds and you know that he's batshit crazy. Yeah. Right.
But I love that's the best.
But oh my God, it's like watching a train wreck, like that lady that, and again, she has some form of paranoia.
Yeah.
She follows municipal employees around, like postmen and city workers and gas line workers, recording them, yelling at them that they're following and raping her.
Okay.
And she just records these people, and just is absolutely in the belief that they are all following her, and
or raping her,
or I don't know. I'm not sure about the rape part.
Well, you know, I said rape. I was following your lead.
For some reason, that keyed in my head as something about it. Mm-hmm. But it's sad. Like, you're watching this, but it's also, I think people are just fascinated about watching that train wreck happen.
Oh, absolutely.
You go, there's no way this can be real.
Mm-hmm.
But oh yeah, no, that people are like that.
Wow, yeah, and it's true. I mean, I work in a facility where I see that all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But exciting!
Oh, shit.
Now that October has ended,
yeah,
I will finally get a chance to sit down and catch up on all my stuff. So I'm going to lock myself in the house probably this week. I'm going to finish Luke Cage.
Yes.
I
started it finally.
I'm going to catch up with Gotham.
Yes.
I'm going to watch the second episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
The new series. Oh my God. Now, we're not going to talk about it because you're behind on The Walking Dead. I'm sure you know all about it. And,
I saw season 1.
And I'm sure that you care less about what's going on right now.
I couldn't.
But I will say, that I was completely blown away with that first episode of the new season of The Walking Dead. They really, the gentleman, Jeffrey
Dahmer?
No, although that would be a good no.
The dad from Supernatural.
I believe it's Morgan. Is it Jeffrey?
Yes, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh my God, does he do a good job? I mean, he is just phenomenal. You love to hate this guy. Like okay. When they did the governor from The Walking Dead,
yes, discount Liam Neeson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
His version of the governor was weak. It was just not. I mean, the comic book version of the governor was a sadistic, complete asshole. This guy was actually likable. You were like, oh well, I can kind of see how maybe he would get this way, and he had all these anxiety kind of issues and things. He was too complex. Whereas the governor from the original comic book was just straight up murder face, kill you. He just absolutely horrible. The first time he meets Rick, he chops his hand off, just straight up, doesn't hesitate. So, that he was such a badass in the comic books, not so much in the live action. Now, I may get some flack for this. But Jeffrey Morgan, his portrayal of
Negan.
Thank you. Negan.
I don't even watch it.
I know my brain. Well, it's been a long couple weeks. His portrayal of Negan is, in my opinion, and again, people are going to give me flack for this, better than the comic book.
Really?
And Negan is my favorite character in the comic book.
He reminds me of one of the hot rod power suit people from Fallout 4 because they dress as greasers.
Yeah. No, I get that though. I get that.
Whenever I see it, or Tunnel Snake, Snakes rule.
Let me tell you though, Tunnel Snakes. Every time they do that though, I want them to follow up with the whole crow thing. That fire it up.
When we were at Dragon Con.
Well, hold on. Let me finish this note real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Negan from the TV show better than the comic book so far, in my opinion. I mean, he's just downright, just brutal and just fantastic. So, yeah, anybody who saw that episode and was hurt a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, my eyes almost sweated. I almost had sweaty eyes.
Yeah.
That episode hit me so hard. I don't get that way with TV.
A blast of air.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
from
the AC actually turned on just at the time where Negan was doing something extremely brutal. You know,
he was getting involved in sports and the activity, the wind from the screen and the speakers.
And it just got me right in the eyes, and I was like, almost squirted a few. All right, continue your point. I apologize.
Oh, I totally forgot what it was.
That's all right. So we'll move on then.
Yeah.
So, yes, I cannot wait to catch up on all my crap now that this month is over and start going back to a normal routine of nerdiness.
So I just want to jump back to Luke Cage for a minute. Finally watched the first couple of episodes.
Yep.
Absolutely loved it.
Love it.
One of the reviews that, or rather, I kept seeing this come up in people making comments about Luke Cage.
Yeah.
That they said, oh, it's too black.
Are you serious?
And I'm watching it going, what does that mean?
Okay, well, here's 2 notes on that. First off, when Luke Cage was created in the comic books, he was the first, what do they call it? Like those movies, the
Blaxploitation?
Blaxploitation, thank you. He's the first Blaxploitation comic book. You know, that was the whole point of that comic book, is that he was Blaxploitation comic, you know? And it was just like one of those movies, you know? He was this bad mamma jamma, you know, who went to prison, you know, had to deal with these jive ass turkeys, you know, like it was that whole kind of concept put in a comic book form, except for he'd gotten superpowers and stuff while he was in prison, yada yada yada, right? So the way that they did this show is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I don't understand how you can't watch it and enjoy it.
It's modern day. It's almost modern day blaxploitation, you know, but without being that bad. That, you know, that where it's almost, you know, racist. Racist.
I think we ought to go with racist.
Yeah, it's almost racist
because I like that.
You know, so it's almost blaxploitation, you know, show, but done with some great style and
that was it though. I mean, just I look at it as a whole, and it's like, did people think they were watching like a BET or Tyler Perry film when they were watching it? And I'm watching it going, this is entertaining television.
Period.
Yeah. And I guess that I hate using the term colorblind, but I almost feel as though even in our culture there is this clash between, you know, colorblindness and just, you know, enjoying culture, movies, TV, music, whatever, and putting labels on things.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, think of where this show takes place.
Yeah.
You know, it's a black neighborhood. It's a strong black neighborhood. You know? And so there's gonna be you know, things that have to be dealt with in that black neighborhood that, you know, that would not be dealt with in, you know, say Royal Ohio or something. Yeah. You know, it's like, you know, so if it was too black, quote unquote. Is that what it was? That what they?
Oh yeah, they were basically my takeaway was that the people felt like they were watching BET or something, you know, like that, then I have to beg the question, what's wrong with that? Yeah,
like what's the problem with that?
what is the issue?
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not. Everybody has a bit of racism in them. Everybody does. Everybody has some kind of preconceived notion of some kind of racial thing in some way.
I don't like the Dutch.
I can't stand white people. So
you remember Austin Powers?
Yes.
I can't stand people who are intolerant of other people's cultures. And the Dutch.
The Dutch, yes. But no, if that's the case, you know, if they felt it was too black, you know, it begs the question of what did they expect? Like, what did they want? You know, did they want, you know, a black character in basically a white man's world? You know, like did they want
like
Luke
everything
Cage,
else?
Yeah, did they want Luke Cage to, you know, to be, you know, like a lawyer, who was living, in a suburban area, who was, fighting the good fight against, some yuppie.
So Daredevil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Daredevil takes place in the same place. It all takes place in Hell's Kitchen or around thereabouts.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
yeah.
But even Daredevil, I mean, he has to deal with some things in his. So I don't know. I don't know. I think honestly that those reviews themselves might have been racist.
I can't. I get the stuff like that. It makes my blood boil because I'm not one of these people, and I don't sit back and sniff my own farts and feel that self-righteousness, right?
I do.
But okay.
I've been doing that this whole podcast.
Is that what that smell was?
Yes.
Damn.
You thought something was burning. It was actually
it was actually your asshole. But I look at some of this stuff, and I look at, and I'll use the example of Iron Man. Mm-hmm. How there is, Iron Man is handing off his, mantle to Riri Williams, right? Mm-hmm. And people are going, oh...
Hold on. Now, again, like I told you before, we really need to get better about explaining where that's coming from. So... Iron Man, in the new comic books, the new Marvel comic books, is handing off his mantle to a young African American girl, an MIT genius.
Yeah, MIT genius, girl. Extremely smart, badass.
She is going to be like the new Iron Man, quote unquote, as it were. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think here, okay, number one, I think people feel as though they're retconning the character, and they're not.
No. They're not changing anything about his history. Nothing like that. It's a whole new person taking up the mantle. Which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I like when movies and TV shows do that, where it's like, case in point, I love Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And each Doctor is different from the last.
Yeah.
But he picks up the mantle from the last Doctor, and there's some similarities still. They still use the sonic screwdriver, or, well, I don't want to talk about the sonic sunglasses, really, because that kind of annoyed me a little bit.
Yeah, that did irritate me.
I don't know why it bothered me, because I actually like him as a Doctor, but the whole sonic... But anyways, there's always some kind of sonic...
They ran out of money for props.
Yeah, that's what it was. And there's some, there's always like a companion. There's always, of course, the TARDIS.
Yeah.
So there are some of the...
They need to get rid of that thing.
Yeah, but like the style is different. The inside of the TARDIS is different. Everything's a little different. So, I like that. I like when a character doesn't necessarily change. You're not changing the character's background or anything like that, or where it came from. You just have a new person coming in to take over, basically, and I like that.
And that creates a bigger universe. It creates a bigger story, and I guess that's my issue. It gives you the opportunity to bring back that other person. They're still around. Yeah, that's my issue. With complaining about anything about Luke Cage is so stupid. Yeah, because what Luke Cage is. Yeah, from the get-go. Yeah, the Heroes for Hire, like the whole his whole thing. Like I just it drives me up a wall. Like how ignorant people are. Now, part of it is, I think you just touched on it there, though. Part of it is the ignorance. These people that are doing the reviews and stuff like that, a lot of them probably never read the comic books, didn't know anything about Luke Cage before the show. So they're watching this show, right off the cuff, not knowing anything about it, not knowing about the history, and so they're just viewing it as what they see directly in front of them, which, again, I still think it would be a great TV show and doesn't need to be, looked at in a racist light, or... You just watch it and enjoy it. And that's another thing, too, I look at, and my overall point is... I mean, how many black superheroes are there? There's not a lot. There's not a lot, no. And there classically haven't been a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'll go back to our conversation about Penny Dreadful. Yeah. I mean, you have that realization of, oh crap, they're really this demographic is underrepresented. Mm-hmm. I mean, what is the problem? What is the problem with having a black African or look at the there was a lot of controversy over the movie, what was it, Traitor? You remember that? Mm-mm. Gosh, I want to say, God, he played Dusty Rhodes, right? Mm-hmm. In the new one. New Iron Man. He replaced... Oh, yeah. Is that Jeter? Or, I want to say Jeter, but it's not Jeter. Yeah, I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. But he played a CIA agent that was Muslim, right? And... there was a lot of controversy over that movie. But he was just a straight, badass, secret agent, fought for what was right in the world, and people were like, oh, awful conspiracy agenda, or some bullshit. Yeah. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? He portrays someone in a positive light, and I don't... And the ending of the movie was absolutely... I don't want to call it hilarious, but he basically, the punchline is they were going after buses in a terrorist plot, and he manipulates the whole situation so that they all go on the same bus and just blow themselves up from the driver to every single passenger, which was like, that was just a straight up, I remember at the ending going, holy shit, I don't remember if it was like a big reveal like you didn't see coming, or there was just something to it that was funny.
Yeah,
but it was a great movie.
It had the twist.
Yeah. It had that old M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Don't even start on M. Night. I can't. Oh my god.
What's the matter? You don't like the big bicep little arm man? You don't like Lady in the Water?
I actually liked Lady in the Water, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's a Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, thank you. Oh my god.
Totally just came to my mind, so I didn't look it up on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not on IMDb right now.
No.
Like, looking it up.
Sure.
I think we need to do that more often, though, so we don't look like such idiots on this podcast.
Well, God, I get a freaking brain fart. You go down that rabbit hole, you start talking about something, and then your brain isn't prepared.
Well, especially because we do everything off the cuff. Like, it's not like we tried doing, like, a more structured show, and, like, let's be honest, I don't think it was that great.
Yeah,
but now
it came off too robotic.
Yeah, when we do the off-the-cuff thing, though, I find it more entertaining, in my opinion. So sometimes we might have to look things up and go like that. But, yeah, so I don't understand why they would give that show such flack for being, black entertainment, as it were. I don't see what the problem with it being black entertainment, to be quite honest. But again, it's the society that we live in nowadays. It's like you can't win. You either have to be too politically correct, or you have to be too not afraid to be politically incorrect. But there's really no.
Stop. All right. We're back from the dog-related incident.
Yeah. That was a big one, too. I thought they were going to kill each other.
No, he sounds like that.
I thought it was great, though. So, anyways, basically I made my point, though. I said what I wanted to say. I don't think that, I think the society's skewed in this whole, racial thing, whether it's one way or the other, Yeah. Either you're either too politically correct or too politically incorrect, whatever the case may be is. So, I don't know. But, let's see, what else is going on in the nerd world? So, a few cool-looking games are coming out, I've seen. I don't know when their dates are, so I guess that bringing it up right now probably isn't a good idea. So, what else is going on?
I've got two games that I would like to pimp that aren't really getting... They have a big fan base. Enough.
Oh, hold on, I'm sorry, real quick. Ninja Turtle Watch, 2016.
Yeah.
Still nothing.
Okay.
Moving forward, go ahead.
No Ninja Turtle news.
No Ninja Turtle game.
Okay.
Still.
Contagion, which is from the makers of Zombie Panic and Zombie Panic Source, is a super fun zombie-style game. Basically, you have a whole bunch of different objective-type maps you have a neighborhood where you go from one house to another, fortify the house as you try and survive onslaughts of zombies. When you die, you turn into a zombie. Oh, that's where the whole zombie panic element comes in.
I like that effect. Now, when you become the zombie, are you then against the players?
Yes.
The other players? Okay.
Yes.
So it's cooperative so it's a cooperative game
until you become a zombie. Okay. And then it's cooperative as the zombies as more players die.
Okay.
So there's that, and then there's like an escape game mode.
There's been a couple games that have done that too. But
and there's a last man standing game mode.
There's a board game that does that, but when you become a zombie in that board game, you can still fight against the other zombies, which I think is kind of cool. It's called Zombicide.
Zombicide.
Oh, it's a fantastic board game. Yeah, it's a cooperative game. You're just fighting hordes and hordes of zombies. There's like a strategy to it. You're trying to get them to come this way, that way. If you make too much noise, you'll pull zombies towards you, which might be a good thing. Maybe you need to pull zombies towards you to kind of help the other players to accomplish certain missions and tasks and stuff. It's a really great board game. So I like that whole feel of like, okay, now we're working together. But and there, from where I stand, so I've only become a zombie a couple times, but I think you're still allowed to help the other players when you become a zombie. For some reason, I don't understand how that works.
Why not?
I guess that's pretty cool. Although there is a game called that's called Zombie Panic, which is a play on Castle Panic, and when you become a zombie in that game, you then turn against the players and you're trying to kill. Is
that a board game?
Yeah.
Did they completely rip off Zombie Panic?
No. It's called Dead Panic.
Oh, okay.
But there's a game called Castle Panic. And what Dead Panic is, it's the zombie version of that game.
Oh, I gotcha.
No, they didn't rip off your video game though.
My Half-Life mods. That, and there's another one called No More Room in Hell, which
Okay.
is, I believe, the last time I played it, it was completely objective. You had to find your way through a map or survive in X area.
Mm-hmm.
The environments are great, you know, in both mods, really. No More Room in Hell, I think, has a little bit harder of a difficulty. I remember, you know, even playing it recently.
Mm-hmm.
It can get quite difficult, especially trying to figure out the maps, and some of the maps you do have a little bit of bugs going on.
Yeah.
But, you know. And let's see, Killing Floor 2 added a new character class.
Okay.
Just didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
So I have to get some levels in on that.
Speaking of,
So I got a lot of business I gotta conduct.
I can see that. Yeah, like, I feel like I've been in like a locked room for like a month.
Yeah.
There's so many things I'm behind on.
Yeah.
I've got a stack of comics to read. I've got, you know, just oh my god, nerddom is a full commitment, and when you can't commit to it, it starts to stack up. It's like another job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really think that, you know, especially with how much you guys enjoyed the board gaming stuff that we did a couple nights ago, that we really need to start having like a regular night where we get together and I can teach you and Elise board games. We'll have some friends over, some drinks and stuff, and maybe, I know that this is not a huge podcast, so it's not like a big, you know, big deal, but maybe people that listen to the podcast, you know, every now and again we can invite one of them to come game with us. Or, you know, like, you know, come hang out and, you know, see how we are in real life and see that we're just as horrible in real life. Maybe even worse, because I think we censor ourselves a little bit more on the podcast.
Yeah, because usually when I'm speaking in my regular terms, I use fuck just about every other word. It's basically a comma for me.
Like, I want a hot fucking dog. Like, you can use it to split up words. And stuff.
Oh man, I need to breathe some fucking air. Like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I might even put it in lists sometimes. It doesn't even need to be in. Like, you know, I need to get some eggs, some milk, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, broccoli. You know.
Yeah. So, we just got flagged as inappropriate.
Good thing we're not actually getting paid for this. we can say whatever the fuck we want.
No advertisers.
But yeah. So I don't know. I think that'd be kind of interesting. I think that'd be kind of cool. I also want to start maybe. What? And I don't know, I want to bounce this off you, and I might as well bounce off any idea instead of just doing it in private. I might as well bounce it off on the podcast, right?
Oh, put me on the spot now.
Exactly.
I have to have an answer.
So that you have to say yes or no to it, you know?
Shit.
But I honestly think that maybe we should start, like, some kind of, like, meetup, you know, for the Nub. Like, some kind of, like, hey, you know, we're going to have... A Nub Up? Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, Nub Up. I like that. You know, maybe go to like a certain bar, like the steampunk bar. What was it?
PC Keats.
PC Keats.
I never forgot it since that. I remembered.
You know, or, you know, go to one of the local game stores and just kind of have like a meetup. Like, you know, go over there, have a little nosh, a little, you know, a little soda, a little something, and just talk about being nerdy in general and hear how much you guys hate or love or whatever, anything to do with the Nub, and go from there. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Or we could talk about, I don't know, how we'll get together and talk about how much we hate Adam Sandler movies.
Well, I mean, that's going to be you on your own now.
You know, just get everybody involved.
Or how much you hate Sonic or Fluffies or furries.
Fluffies? That's even better. I absolutely despise Fluffies.
No,
furries are okay.
You cannot hate Fluffies. Fluffies are the fans of what's his name? Iglesias or
Enrique Iglesias?
Not Enrique Iglesias.
What? That's a weird name to be a fan of.
Oh my god. No, what's his name? The fluffy guy.
Barney?
No, never mind. I'm not even gonna try right now. Like, that's how dead I am after this month. But so fluffy. Oh no,
here we go.
The dog cast again.
The dogopocalypse.
Yep. Dogopocalypse. So, I see the clown thing is calming down a little bit, but I think we need to discuss what happened to us that one night at the Haunted History Tour.
We almost got shot.
We almost got killed during the Haunted History Tour recently.
So we're standing out the roadway by the sign.
Yep, trying to bring more people in because it was kind of a dead night that night.
Yeah, bringing in business.
You're dressed as Beetlejuice.
Yep.
I'm dressed as like a dead butler, basically.
Yeah.
My brother's girlfriend was a gypsy, I believe, and your girlfriend was a cyborg of some sort.
Yes.
Maybe? Okay. So we're standing out by the roadside.
There's a bunch of skateboarders. Was it one on a bike?
There was one on a bike. He was
one was on a
bike.
bike.
On a skateboard.
Yeah.
And then
all of a sudden he starts yelling, "Oh shit! Oh shit! I got my my 42. I mean,
43.
my 41. No, my 45. I ain't even playing. I'm like, and these two dorky-looking white kids go rolling by.
They seriously were threatening our lives because I guess they thought that we were doing the whole clown thing. Like
I don't even remember what I said.
I know what I said. I know exactly what I said. I said, "Hey, jackasses! It's a haunted house. Have a good night."
I yelled something about assault being a felony, or
Yes. It was oh my god! So we
yeah.
almost died for the haunted history tour, so that was kind of cool.
I mean, he didn't even know what gun he didn't really have, so that was, I thought, the...
But he definitely let us know he wasn't playing. Like 18 times, I think he said.
I ain't playing,
though. I ain't playing.
Whoa, I know. What do you think? We're at 55.
I think we should cut this one short. It sounds like the dog. Sounds like
they're
dogs
getting
about
amped
to,
up.
They're about to
just
wreck shit.
Woo!
But
One
I want
of them's farting.
I want to thank you guys for listening again. If you do like the Nub Podcast, please tell your friends. Please pass it along. Subscribe.
Leave a like and a share.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and just let's try to make this a little bigger. Try to get more people listening. So from the Naughty Murse,
Felton.
I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you next week.
Enjoy the maybe some new outro music. Bye.